So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to solve the problem equal left and right array sum. So given an array of n positive numbers, the task is to find the first index in the array such that sum of the elements before it is equal to sum of the elements after it. Note array is one base indexing. Okay. So let's understand the question. So our task is to find the first index where left and right subarray sum is equal. Okay. So let's see how can we process using an example test case. So let's say I come to this index. So before this sum is equal to 0 and after this sum is equal to 12. So 0 is not is equal to 12. That means this is not an index that we want to find. Okay. So let's go to next index. So if I go to next index 3. So let's say I come to this index. So before this sum is 1 and after this sum is equal to 9. That means this is also not valid index because left sum and right sum are not equal. Okay. So let's go to next index 5. Now at fifth index the sum is 4 and sum is 4. That means this is an index that we want to find. So what will be our answer? Since indexing in one base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So answer is equal to 3. So how can we approach this question? The approach is really simple. So let's approach this. So initially what I will do, I will make two variables, previous sum and ahead sum. And in previous sum, I will make the sum as 0. And in ahead sum, I will store the sum of whole array by traversing one time. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 will be the ahead sum. Now let's go to the first index. Now at the first index, I can see the previous sum is 0. That is denoting the previous sum. And ahead sum is 12. So how we do this? So when I come to this index, I will subtract 1. That means my ahead sum is 12. I am removing this index because at this index, ahead is this part. So I will remove this index from the total. Now previous sum is 0. And I will say, is 0 equal to 12? No. Okay. So let's go to the next index. So let's go to the next index. Now, when I go to next index, I will add this one. Why? Because next time, this one will become my previous. For this will become previous. So I will add 1 here. This will become 1. Now, at this index 3, I can see the sum is 9. So for that, I will subtract 3. Why? Because I see 3 should not be included. Ahead should be included in ahead sum. So I will say, okay, let's remove it. So our sum is 1 and 9, which are also not again equal. So let's go to next index 5. So when I go to this index 5, so I can see I will add the previous sum with 3. Why? Because when I go to next index, this will become my previous. So previous sum is 4. Now ahead will be. Now for ahead, I will subtract 5. Why? Because 9 was this ahead sum. Now when I go to next point, this will become ahead sum. This should not be there. So I will subtract 9 minus 4. So now I can see 4 and 4 are equal. That means answer is equal to 3. So the main task was just to find that previous sum and ahead sum are equal. I have to return that index. But note that we have to return one base index. That means if index is 3, 0, 1, 2. So if index is 2, we will return 3. Okay. Okay. So let's code up the approach. Now, what we do, initially we will make a sum is equals to 0 and we will traverse it. And I will add the element one by one. Now after that, we have two variable ahead sum and which will be initially let's ahead sum is equals to sum. So I have stored the ahead sum as total sum. And what is the previous sum, which is initially 0. So I will go to every index. I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Now, what I will do, because ahead sum, whenever I come to, let's say this index, when I came to this 1, so ahead sum was total. I have to subtract this one. So before calculating, let's subtract this ahead sum minus is equal to a of I. Let's remove this element. Okay. Now we can say previous sum is 0 and add sum is this. So we'll say if previous sum is equal to, we will say if previous sum is equal to add sum. Let's make this capital S. For camel case notation, I am. Right. Okay, so if it is, let's return the I plus 1. Why? Because of 1 based indexing. Okay, now at the end, what we do? We will always add the element, because next time this element will become the previous for next element. And at the end, if nothing found, they have said if nothing found, return -1. So we'll return -1. So let's try to compile and run the code and check if it is working fine. Yes, so let's try to submit the code. Yes, it's totally working fine. So if you like the explanation, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a nice day.